Welcome to Superhero Pow. I'm your host nerd, Tom Frunkin. It's story time with part one of The Silver Streak. The Silver Streak is a character created back in 1940 by Joe Simon, the guy who created Captain America, with artist Jack Bender, the guy who created the original Daredevil. But most of his adventures were written and drawn by Jack Cole, the guy who would later create Plastic Man. As for the Silver Streak himself, well, his comic book was produced rather sporadically and he eventually fell into public domain. So I thought I would have some fun with him. So now strap in if you dare for a 5-part adventure of The Return of the Silver Streak. On the busy streets of New York City, a bored cab driver sits in his car. Years ago, he was a former small-time racing car driver, but now he's merely just another New York cabbie. But one day, a mysterious Swami offered him another shot at glory, a chance to participate in a supernatural race against the mad scientist, Dr. Catan. As the two cars raced around the clandestine track, but as fate smiled on the cabbie, and he crossed the finish line first, just defeating the Dr. Katana, it cost him his life. As his car careened out of control and flipped over and exploded into pieces. As the man's spirit was leaving his body, the Swami stepped in. Preventing his spirit from going into the afterlife, the Swami then offered the man another shot at life. Although with this reward, his life would be much different than the one he was used to, as his responsibilities to his fellow man would increase 100-fold. The man's spirit agreed. Instantly, his body was reformed. Cell by cell, bone by bone, muscle by muscle, organ by organ, into the supercharged king of speed, the Silver Streak. Able to run faster than the speed of sound, the Silver Streak became a national sensation and the most famous man in the world. So if you are ever in trouble, just remember, the Silver Streak is there for you. An elementary school race is being viewed through a TV screen. Kids in running outfits are getting ready for the race. A small group of the kids surround a smaller boy. "Hey, Slowpoke, what are you doing here?" "Yeah, you can't run. You got no speed, turtle." The smaller boy then shows off his shoes. "Yeah, well, my mom just got me the new Silver Streak shoes. Now I can run as fast as the Silver Streak." Just then, the Silver Streak himself shows up behind the children. "Well, not quite." "Whoa, it's the Silver Streak!" the children exclaim. The Silver Streak bends down and puts his hand on the smaller boy's shoulder. "But they do help you run your fastest in comfort, and that's what's really important." The boy replies, "Yeah." Moments later at the finish line, the little boy matches one of the other kids for first place. As the crowd and the Silver Streak is cheering them on, an announcer cries, "And the winner is..." As the boys cross the finish line, the small boy turns to the larger one and says, "Who's the Slowpoke now?" "Wow," is all the other child could say. The Silver Streak is actually watching his television in his penthouse living room. "Hey, Darsh, did I look fat to you in that commercial?" At a Chippendale desk is Darsh, his right-hand man and manager, working on his laptop. Darsh doesn't even look up from his computer when he replies, "The one where you're standing next to a bunch of 10-year-olds? Yeah, you look huge." Not convinced, the Silver Streak still thinks to himself, maybe it was the camera angle. Then, following another train of thought, the Silver Streak walks over to Dash. "Oh, hey, Dash, how's my weekend? I was hoping to get away with Sharon." Despite the Silver Streak now hovering over his desk, Darsh still doesn't look up as he replies, "And that's why I cleared it a week ago." "Really?" replies the Silver Streak. "Really?" replies Darsh. "I don't pay you enough, do I?" says the Silver Streak. "No, you don't," says Darsh. The Silver Streak then bends down and gives Darsh a half hug from behind. "Well, I love you. That's got to count for something." Darsh reacts in his typical fashion. "Horseshoes and hand grenades, white man. Horseshoes and hand grenades." The Silver Streak lets go of Darsh and says, "Well, I love you anyway." To which Darsh finally looks up and says, "Noted. And hey, did you? Just then, the Silver Streak alarm sounds. Darsh looks at his computer screen and sees an alert message flash across it. Hold up, says Darsh. I'm getting a verified emergency call. Someone's being held in a bank while it's being robbed. The Silver Streak questions. The algorithm has verified it? I don't want to run across town again, and I just said it did, said Darsh. The call meets all 5 points of determination. With that, the Silver Streak races across the room at superhuman speed as Darsh shouts, Chase Bank at 34th and Magnolia. I'm on my way, as he quickly changes into his costume and races out of the building. Inside a small bank lobby with marbled floors and a wooden teller counter, customers lie on the ground. A man in a ski mask watches over them with a handgun. 2 other masked men step out from behind the counter with large bags of money. What did I tell you? Says the first gunman. Easy peasy. Stop saying that, or I swear I'll shoot you. Ah. The 3 robbers then come together in the middle of the lobby. The gunman watching the customers replies, You guys ready to go? Yeah, we're... Just then the Silver Streak races into the lobby. Hey guys, sorry I'm late. The 3 crooks are stunned by his appearance. Nah, cripes, it's the Silver Streak. The Silver Streak looks condescendingly at the robbers. So, what's the plan? You walk out of here on your feet or get carried out on your backs? One of the gunmen pulls out a gas grenade and throws it down on the ground. Get back, you freak! Stunned, the Silver Streaker incredulously says, Freak? As the smoke cloud starts to grow between the gunman and the Silver Streak, the gunmen start to shoot through it. Now shoot, guys, shoot! He can't dodge what he can't see! As 2 of the gunmen start shooting through the smoke cloud between the Silver Streak and them, the gunman who threw the grenade grabs a hostage off the floor. Come here, lady. You're our insurance out of here. Oh my God, she cries. The other 2 gunmen continue to keep shooting into the cloud even though they can no longer see the Silver Streak. The gunman with the hostage starts dragging her to the back where the glass doors open up to the parking lot. Keep shooting and move towards the back doors, he commands. Meanwhile, the Silver Streak on the other side of the smoke cloud runs out of the front doors of the buildings as bullets whiz past him. Once outside, he U-turns around and races straight up the front of the 1-story building, across the roof and down the back of the other side. And before the gunman can make it to the back doors, the Silver Streak runs back into the bank lobby through the back doors. In the same instant, he punches out the first gunman. As the first gunman is still falling to the floor, the Silver Streak then punches out a second gunman. Slowing down, the Silver Streak then confronts the final gunman with his hostage. Freak? You called me a freak? The last gunman tries to compose himself. I got a hostage. Then, within a fraction of a second, the Silver Streak punches the last gunman in the forehead, knocking him out cold. And the Silver Streak, looking displeased, says, I was looking for an apology. The Silver Streak then turns to the former hostage and helps her stand up. Turning to the rest of the crowd, he says, Everyone okay? And the customers finally react to him. It's the Silver Streak. One woman walks up to him. You got my call. I mean, you always say just call you, but I didn't really expect it. The Silver Streak tries to assure her by saying, That's okay, ma'am. I really do answer my calls. The customers then start taking out their cell phones and start taking pictures of him. Wow, it's really him. You saved our lives. Can I get a picture with you? I want to shake your hand. The Silver Streak backs up and tries to talk the crowd down. Okay, everyone, you all just had a traumatic experience. Just, take it easy. I know my heart is still racing. Just then his phone rings. A little sheepish, the Silver Streak removes his cell phone from a compartment in his belt. Hold on, folks. It's my girlfriend. I got to take this. The customers crowd around the Silver Streak, who is trying to talk quietly on his phone. Hey, Sharon, how you doing? Across town, Sharon Miller, the chief patrol officer for the New York Police Department, is standing outside a small 4-story, very old and run-down brick apartment building. Some of the windows are boarded up, and the area has been cordoned off by yellow police tape. Police officers are trying to keep people away from the building, and Officer Becker, her right-hand man, stands close by. With phone in hand, she says, Hey, love, tell me, how fast can you get to Washington and Maine? We got a bomb threat here. Back at the bank, the Silver Streak smiles. Asking for a vigilante's help, Miss Police Chief? What would the mayor say? Over the phone, Sharon says, the mayor can kiss my dad's hairy. Okay, I'm on my way, says the Silver Streak. All right, folks, sorry, I gotta run. Duty calls. At super speed, the Silver Streak races out of the bank building as the crowd looks on and cheers. Moments later, he runs up to Sharon outside the abandoned building. So what's the situation? Officer Becker, unfortunately, is a little spooked by his sudden appearance. Damn, son! Meanwhile, back at the Silver Streak's penthouse office home, Darsh gets another alert on his computer. 68% informational call, life endangerment. Darsh thinks to himself, well, that doesn't make sense. I'm just going to have to listen to it. Back with the Silver Streak and Sharon, with Becker looking disapprovingly at them, Sharon explains, hey, good looking. We got a bomb threat a little while ago in this rat trap here. It's supposed to go off in half an hour, and we did manage to get everyone out, we think. But there's an elementary school on the backside. The Silver Streak raises his hand. I hear you. That's not good. Back to the Silver Streak's penthouse, Darsh is listening to an audio file on his computer. Look, I know I'm not a model citizen, and I have a rap sheet, but this isn't right. Back to Sharon and the Silver Streak, Sharon continues, right. So I was hoping you could search the building and maybe locate the bomb before anything wrong happens? Assuming anyone would want to waste good explosives on a dump like this. I'm on it, back in a jiffy. With that, the Silver Streak races into the building. Back to Darsh, listening to the audio file on his computer. I mean, yes, I made them the bomb, but, then I started thinking, what's it going to be used for? Who needs a bomb that triggers around hyper vibrations, right? Back to the Silver Streak. First, he checks the utilities in the basement. Nope. Then, one by one, he checks all the apartments. Nope. Nada. Not here. One more to go. Audio file. And then it hit me. It's for you. The bomb's for you. Back outside on the street, Police Chief Sharon is talking to Officer Becker when the building explodes into pieces. Sharon panics. Oh my God! Oh my God! 3 seconds earlier, the Silver Streak was approaching the door of the final apartment when it starts to explode right in front of his face. From the Silver Streak's perspective, everything seems to be happening in slow motion as the shockwave begins to destroy the door frame, and the hallway touching it. The Silver Streak twists his body and runs up upon the wall, barely uttering, "Oh, shaving cream!" The hallway continues to explode behind him as he races along the ceiling. Like a charging bull, the shockwave is mere inches behind the Silver Streak as he leaps to the floor and races towards the staircase. The Silver Streak hits the staircase with the explosion blasting apart the floor and the walls behind him. As he races down the staircase, we can see the ceiling above him blowing into pieces, and the stairs are starting to fall apart. Sweat forms on his brow as his eyes grow wide with panic. I'm not going to make it, he thinks. As the staircase winds back and forth, the ceiling ahead of him on the staircase is starting to blow apart, as the blast radius from above him is starting to press down fast. The Silver Streak struggles to keep moving fast as he continues down the staircase. As the staircase landing is in sight, he can feel the blast radius slowly starting to envelop him. I'm not going to make it. Shoulder first, the Silver Streak knocks out the back door of the building as the explosion is just at his back. Finally, the Silver Streak loses the race, and the blast radius pushes him off his feet and throws him from the building as it all comes apart. Now airborne, the Silver Streak is tossed into the school playground behind the building, landing rather roughly on the asphalt. At the front of the building, people are recovering from the blast. The apartment building is now cracked to pieces, a mere frame of what it used to be, as its flaming debris lies all over the neighborhood, and smoke and fire pour from the shell of the building. Getting her wits together, Sharon quickly pulls out her cell phone, thinking, please tell me you were fast enough. Please tell me you were fast enough. Upon making her call, she speaks into the phone. This is Sharon. We lost the building. We lost the building. Becker, start checking the neighborhood buildings for damage. Pulling himself off the ground, Becker replies, right. In shock, Sharon looks around the site, still talking on her phone. We got everyone out. The fire department is moving in to control the damage. It looks like we were lucky. The damage seems very contained, but still nervous and worried, she says. But, oh God, Red was inside when it exploded. Hey, good looking. Sharon quickly turns around to see the Silver Streak standing behind her, looking very much like he has just survived an explosion. She quickly grabs and squeezes him as hard as she can. Oh, thank heaven. I knew you'd get out. I knew it. The Silver Streak replies, I had to run down 4 flights of stairs. How's everything here? Sharon stops embracing him to check him out. Are you okay? Anything broken? Well, shaken, not stirred, I guess. Let's not do that again, though. She hugs him again. Deal. Hey, if you don't need me anymore, I think I'm going to take a taxi home. Sharon then looks at him a little more concerned. You should probably go to the hospital and get yourself checked out. With a dazed expression on his face, he replies, You think so? To which she answers, Yeah, I think so. Sharon then turns to call over a nearby paramedic. Medic, over here! Still in his own train of thought, the Silver Streak says, Did you know I was shot at today? Somewhere else in the city, in a dimly lit office filled with various high-tech equipment and monitor screens, a bald figure in elaborate robes sits in a commanding chair at a center desk covered with various push-button devices. I have to say I was most impressed. Weren't you? Speaks the figure, as it turns to a rather oafishly large man. The large man, dressed in a black turtleneck shirt with a boxer's face, replies, He's fast, but you knew that already. True, but now we know how fast. The shadowy figure replies, I think we shall move forward with recruitment. The big man counters, This guy's a goody-good. He ain't gonna join us. A smile grows across the shadowy figure's face. You said that of the others, and they still joined us. With the right pitch and the right price, any man can be bought. If you say so. Besides, clearly eliminating a man of his abilities would be costly. Just say when, replies the big man. Overconfident as always, I see. No, I have someone else in mind for you to take care of. The shadowy figure stands up and confronts the large man. It's come to my attention that our bomb maker has grown a conscience. Never trusted him. I have yet to see you trust anyone, even me. The large man winces and doesn't reply. Then the shadowy figure lifts his arms and points them at his minion. Bolts of energy shoot from his hands and bathe the larger man with electrical power. Either way, Electru, I want you to take care of our bomb maker in your special way, so he never speaks to anyone again. When finished, Electru's hands crackle with electrical energy. Will do, is all he says as he heads towards the door. End of Chapter 1. Now, can the Silver Streak reach the unnamed bomb maker before the sinister Electru? And just who is Electrude's mysterious boss? Find out the answers next month in the second chapter of The Return of the Silver Streak. And as an author's note, I'll let you know I have written all 5 chapters and I do plan to release them all 1 month at a time. So I mean it when I say check back in 4 weeks to hear the next chapter. But until then, thanks for spending time with me. And if you can be so kind to like, subscribe, and notify, we can keep having fun like this.